Yeah, what's up, YouTube? So, last night, at around midnight, my brother-in-law passed away. I feel like better for him now. I don't really feel as sad. I know he made his transition. And that's that, man. You know? I know that he hated life, man. You know? We've had certain conversations before about it in the past. I knew his level of frustration with certain shit. And I knew kind of early on that he wasn't gonna be a family man. I didn't know that he wasn't really gonna be much in my nephew's life. You know, like, but I knew that he just really wasn't built for the family life. And it goes probably back to this scenario that when he was a kid, like 9 years old, his stepdad killed his mother. And when this happened, I think he had like a 17-year-old sister also. And I think she went with, I don't know if they had different dads or how it went, but to make a long story short, his dad never came and got him. And he kind of abandoned him. My sister's whole relationship with him, she thought that his real dad, because this is a story he told her, that his real dad killed his mom and then went to prison for the rest of his life, and that's why his dad wasn't in his life. But the real story is that his dad just abandoned him. So he had major abandonment issues, and therefore he wasn't there for my nephew, and now it's all starting to make more sense. You know? It was like he was so ashamed that his dad didn't come get him that he never even told nobody. His grandma told my sister when he was on his deathbed the real story. My homie in the joint has real bad abandonment issues to the point where a phone call will get cut off, or like somebody's battery will die on their phone, and he'll be like, man, I talked to so-and-so and the phone just cut off. Like, man, I don't know, man, they're not answering the phone now, man. Like, I don't know what happened, man. Like, he'll get like all paranoid that for some reason that he's offended somebody and they don't want to be in his life no more, or whatever it is. And I'm like, bro, you gotta think, like, people are out here living their lives and doing shit and they're busy. Like, the phone battery probably just died. Somebody's phone battery dies, it's like the end of the world to him. He thinks the relationship dissolved. It's crazy. So abandonment issues can really fuck people up in ways that are hard to understand to the average person. You know? And it's like, nah, he wasn't the greatest dad, but I ain't mad at him, you know? I didn't go through that when I was a kid. I don't know what that's like. But I feel like that's why he never wanted to live a family life. That's why he couldn't stay in the house. that's why he couldn't really like stay out of the streets. I think all that shit like did something to him. Like, I don't know, man. I know it did something to him, but I just don't know what. But it was something that I feel like he never got over. Never even told nobody. The real story. Some people make up stories that they can accept. Because sometimes reality, they can't accept it. You know? And that was a reality he couldn't accept. I guess, man. But you can probably imagine it bothered him his whole life, you know. And I guess he just never really probably got over it, man. And it wasn't like he was just an orphan in the street or no shit. I think his grandma took him in or something. So, but still, to not have your dad come and get you when somebody kills your mom. That must be a hell of a feeling. It's fucked up because Chicago is a crazy ass blood-soaked city. And trust me, motherfuckers might not tell you this, but they're traumatized. There's no way not to be traumatized by that shit. Most people won't tell you they're traumatized by some shit. I remember one day he brought his uncle over to the crib. And I was like, hey, can y'all come in the crib or something? His uncle was like, nah, I'm good. Like, no. And he just would not come in the house. And I'm like, bro, what's up with your guy? He's like, man, fucking shell shocked, bro. Like, it's just how it is, man. I'm like, damn. Like, he literally just would not come in the house, man. You know? And I just kind of thought that was strange. Like, damn. Don't trust nothing. It's like that for a reason. Yeah, this dude wouldn't come in the crib, man. I'm like, come on, man. Like, what the fuck? That was odd to me. And we're in Minneapolis, mind you. He was like, no, I'm good, man. I forgot he thought he wanted to use the bathroom. I thought he needed to use the bathroom. So I didn't know what the fuck it was. But I don't know why I was telling them to come in the crib. But that motherfucker was not coming in the house for nothing. No way. And I understand that because when I went to Chicago, the one and only time, that's who I went with. Is my brother-in-law that just passed away. When I told that story, I knew he had cancer, but I just didn't really want to, put anything that mattered out there, man. But now it don't really matter, But there's not anybody at this point that I would go to that city with, as far as just on some hanging out, kicking it type shit, just some regular type street shit, right? And I'm like, I didn't have nothing going on in my life at the time. I was like, fuck it, bro, I'll go with you, come on. So, fucked up thing about it, man, is I remember we went to this store. It was called City Trends, and I think it was out in it was out in a suburb. I think it was Harvey. I think it was in Harvey. And it was fucked up because we went in there and he was like getting like some it was something like some papers or something, some rolling papers, right? And we go in there, and the dude behind the counter, and he's just talking to him, and he's like kind of fucking with him. He's not fucking with him, but he's like just asking him certain questions, and he's kind of speaking in code, right, to the guy. The guy just comes right out, and he's like, "Oh, so what are you trying to do? You trying to bake a cake? You trying to make 1 out of 2?" And he's like, "Man, this place was fucking ridiculous. They had like every form of fake drug in this place. They had fake bricks of coke, but it wasn't coke. It was just some kind of white powder bricked up in a block." And I'm thinking to myself, how many motherfuckers have you guys gotten killed selling this shit? And then they go sell it to somebody else, and that other person detects the fuckery, and it goes down. Like, they should not be doing that kind of shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he specifically brought me in there just to show me how reckless this store was. You know, like I said, he was just going there to get some rolling papers. But I'm just like, what the fuck kind of, how is this place even open, man? How the fuck can you just sell a fake brick of cocaine and nobody's like, hey man, that's a problem? You know? I was real surprised at just how open dude was behind the counter about all this different shit that he was willing to sell anybody so they could turn around and fuck somebody over. That shit was an eye-opener. Like, whoa, okay. But yeah, so I remember it was kind of funny. I don't know if I was told this part in the story before or not, but when we got to Illinois and we got picked up, I put my seatbelt on, like clicked my seatbelt on in the back of the car, right? And they're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, bro, like, take that off. Like, man, we'll get jammed up and, oh, man, like, what are you doing? They was just laughing at me. I'm like, bro, I got felony warrants and shit. Like, I'm just trying to not be hot, but that shit was hot, you know? And I just was, like, trying to follow every rule I could. But that shit looked awkward, and if the cops would have saw us, they would have jacked us up, you know? And that should have been common sense on my part, but I just was in a new city. I knew my situation, and I just figured I might as well follow every law that's possible. But that's not really how you do it. You'll stick out if you start doing shit like that. They'll know something's wrong with you. They'll know you're on some bullshit or you got something to hide, and they're coming after you. You know? So that wasn't what was up. That shit had me dying. Them fools were just laughing. They couldn't believe I put my seatbelt on in the back of the car, though. That shit was funny as hell. I didn't know no better. I'm like, I thought I was doing right, man. Like, I don't know what you motherfuckers got. Shit, man. Yeah, shit, man. It was a funny experience, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, you know what I'm saying? That my bro's gone and shit, you know what I'm saying? Life, I guess, is real short, you know? I've always kind of known that, you guys, you know? But I try to ignore it sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna burn the CBD up for my bro, man. I stole my boy's lighter like an asshole on accident, man. I gotta get this shit back to him. I'm gonna show y'all my boy's Mustang. He's got like 100 bands into it. It's got the Whipple supercharger and shit. He just got that motherfucker